Hi, my name is Nonima Digela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I want us to just do the highlights of the Senzomiwa case before it went on recess. But before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you will be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now, these are the things that happened before. Some of the things that happened before. They are not in a particular order, but these are some of the highlights. So you would remember that we had Umncube asking for who was going to take a cross-examination. It was Mabasa. Yes, we're going to start with Mabasa's evidence. So we will remember that at that time, in fact, let's not start with Mabasa. Let's not start there. Let's start with who's this man? Undlovu, ne? Yes, Undlovu. Let's start with Undlovu. Hang on. Okay, so we had Undlovu that told us that photos can be manipulated. He did say that. He even said he himself can do that. That's what we heard from Undlovu. And then there was a lot of things that they got Undlovu to admit. Mshololo did the best. Mshololo, Nesi, and Ramusipile, they did the best. And Ramusipile, this is his foot. When it comes to technical things, Ramusipile is great. And this is where we see Ramusipile, the new character, like forming into something that we are like, hi Bo, Kanti, what happened to Ramusipile? Otatas are like, no, that one was gone. We will do videos about each and every lawyer, how they have grown from when we started up until now, because now we are at the end of the tail. In my view, we are done with the state case, except for those two people that Mubaloi calls them short witnesses. We will do videos about each lawyer, and then we will talk how they were when the case began and where we are now, how they are as people and how they've grown. We will even do a video about Mgomezo. And then we dealt with Ndlovu, and he was exposed. There was nothing that he could do. He was exposed, and he ended up saying, "You know what? I'm just an analyst, and I was asked to do this. So, Jay, please, left, right, and center." Now, I don't want to focus much to Babu Ndlovu. Okay, one of the highlights when it comes to that evidence of Babu Ndlovu, we saw there were pictures of Untanzi, which pictures they caused a hoo-ha because at some point Judge Rata showed those pictures, showed one of the pictures, and people were like, no, it's not Untanzi. And then Untanzi was like, oh, where? That's me. Untanzi was like, that's me. In fact, I still say we're not quite sure what was happening with that. So we will say that he said it's him, but not quite sure. And then there was a Kanyisa person who went to suspect and say, no, that picture is me, blah, 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 and those pictures are mine. And there was this and that, and people started dragging suspect. I don't know what's going on with that. Honestly, I have no idea what's happening with that. Then after that, Kwabizu Mabasa. Mabasa came in and Mabasa gave his evidence in chief. And when he gave this evidence in chief, he was flowing. Then, before cross-examination was to start, not Mncube, Prince Mncube pulling a rabbit on us, on a rabbit head, pulling something out. He's like, okay, Ngizwile. But guess what? We're not doing this. You and I, we're not doing this. You know why? Because I want to be taken to a dentist to prove that I never had a gold tooth. And you guys are busy saying that's me. And I had a gold tooth, and that is not true. So I need it to be proven here that I never had a gold tooth. I never had a gold tooth. Mncube was like, that's what we are going to do here. We are going to prove that personally, I never had a gold tooth. Hi, Bo. While we were sitting there waiting and waiting, we were waiting, then Judge Rata was like, you know what? Okay, before that, my colleague Umzansi Unfiltered wrote this. Factual background of the case. Pleaded to the charges leveled against him on 18th July. Okay, this was the arguments. Before this. Let's go. Before this. So Umnube pulled that one and was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. And then the judge said, I want you guys to come back next week. Give me law. You, the people that the defense tell me you support your colleague Niside and his client, they're saying that they want, he wants to be taken to a doctor to check if he ever had a cold tooth. So give me law that supports your request. Do that. And this is after Umnube was asking if he can be taken to a doctor. And the judge was like, what's that? And Judge Moses beefing with Umnisi somehow. Ever since that marathon story, he is still not okay with that. And then after that, Umnube, his lawyer, had to go and do e-arguments. Well, all of them, the guys came back saying that, you know what, if you are going to request us to do this, we will come back with those arguments. Some of the things that he said, with this, he does not request much from the world. He does not request gold. He just requests an opportunity to prepare for his defense. I cannot find in the Constitution that says some are more equal than others. Accused will be denied dignity not only in this trial but in heaven and earth. Accused person has the right to defend himself by what is called a fair right to a trial. And then my lord was hearing all of this. And then it was my lord, okay, let's come through. So Umnisi came with this. Factual background of the case. Pleaded to the charges leveled against him. These now are arguments. Him on the 18th July 2023, after the state furnished the defense with info per procedure which enabled him to plead. Up to today, the state has led over 60 witnesses and the trial has progressed for 23 months and 2 weeks, almost 2 years. 18 July 2025 will mark 2 years since trial began. In the month of April, the prosecution came up with supplemental evidence, photos which were downloaded from his cell phone on his arrest in a different case in 2015. The state has been in possession of the above information for more than 10 years, the police. But the team of prosecution, they have been in possession of it for more than 5 years. They started preparing for his case since 2020. The photos are depicting the applicant wearing a long sleeve braided t-shirt with dreadlocks. The state never informed the defense why they have added this new info. The state decided to lead with this new evidence, and it then became clear why the state was leading this evidence, that the applicant had a cold too, but all along the defense thought it was because of the dreadlocks and his skin color. But it was proven, it was to prove applicant had a gold tooth. The defense never even had the slightest idea about this. Warrant Officer Mabasa was led by the state specification this item. The defense requested an indulgence of the court to prepare the defense and cross-examination of this witness. The court ordered that the application be submitted and the heads of arguments be heard. The defense application is based on the following pillars: Constitution, cases from constitutional courts. Section 35, any accused person has a right to fair trial, which includes the right to be informed on of the charge and have adequate time to prepare for their case. Section 36 of the Constitution, human dignity and equality. No law may limit any right entrenched in the Bill of Rights. The right that the applicant is requesting the court to afford him ensures that he is not disadvantaged in the conduct of his case and has a reasonable opportunity to prepare for his case and challenge the prosecutor's evidence. The applicant at no point anticipated that at 23 months after the commencement of the trial, the prosecution will confront him with an entire new evidence, which would require him to start the preparations of his evidence as if it's the beginning of the trial. Now, it's very clear, my lord, when the person gets confronted 23 months into the trial and the state needs 60 witnesses, and then they come with exclusive new evidence, what does that mean? Simple. The applicant is taken back to the first day of which he is supposed to be pleading. He has to start to prepare his defense as if this is the de novo. What is worrisome is that the state gave no compelling reason why this new evidence was not made available. The defense so that the defense could deal with it timeously, brilliantly, said all of those things to the judge while arguing that the evidence, Ms. Mube be given the opportunity and the right to go and do the dental checkup. It is therefore fair that the defense requests time to prepare in it. The Constitution gives the applicant the right and entitlement. I would have been expected to cross-examine Mr. Mabasa, but more worrisome is I had no opportunity to get instructions from accused number 3. So how could I have been expected to give cross-examination with new evidence that we did not have the slightest idea about this evidence? It would have been very unfair and prejudicial to this accused person. I would have been found wanting. How could that be then called a fair trial? And that is what the Constitution says. Every accused person has the right to a fair trial, which includes adequate time and facilities to prepare his defense. The court made mention of that. It is not aware of provision in the Criminal Procedure Act that makes provisions for this application. After my request was turned down, I had a look at the Criminal Act, and it is indeed so. However, Section 167 and 186 of the Criminal Procedure Act, there is a rider, just decision of the case. In order to challenge the state's case against him, the evidence of he is requesting to get from dentist is essential to the just decision of the case. My lord, we are not requesting something fancy, something trivial, something unheard of. All we are requesting is that we be afforded an opportunity to prepare for our defense. Then from where we proceed with the cross-examination of Mr. Mabasa. He is not requesting much of the world. He does not request much of the wealth. He does not want the wealth in his hand. He does not request for gold. He does not request for pea or diamonds. All that he is requesting is that he be afforded the right that the Constitution confers on him as an accused person, that he be afforded the opportunity and facilities to go and prepare for his defense. Now, as a result of his preparedness, would bring some kind of objective evidence in the court that is not based on speculative hypothesis in industry. The nature of evidence carries a significant weight in assisting the court to come to a just decision, without which there would be doubt the decision the court arrives at would be just. He is not doing the virtue. Like, guys, Nisi was dragging the entire constitutional rights. And Judge Rata at that point had no choice but to give in and say, okay, you win. So after this, these are only Mrs. One. The Mshololo did, was it Mshololo? No, I think others also did. Ramsipile, Ramsipile and the who's this one? Mumalo, I think Mshololo said he actually agrees, but it was such a superb situation. I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. I'm going to do others. I'm going to have part one, part two. So thank you so much. I want to see you on our next video. What are your thoughts when it comes to these highlights? Because this was brilliant. And Umnise was like, I will fight tooth and nail. He reminded me of a time when he was fighting for I Choose Number 3 to come out of solitary confinement, and he did a brilliant job there to get him assistance, and he was helped. And Goseka Kulu, I will see you on our next video. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk.